if you listen to Qur'an, is that equivalent to reading it? Yes and no. Yes and no. The barakah of the Qur'an, benefiting from the Qur'an, taking lessons from the Qur'an, reflecting upon the Qur'an, it can take place by listening to it. By listening to it. The Messenger of Allah ﷺ, in the famous hadith of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud in the Sahihain, he told him to recite the Qur'an. He didn't say he said recite it. He says, Aqra'u alayk wa alayka unzil. How can I recite it to you, O Messenger of Allah, and it's been sent down to you? He said, Inni uhibbu an asma'ahu min ghayri. He says, I love, I wish, I desire to hear the Qur'an being recited from other than me. Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiallahu ta'ala anhu, having no choice but to fulfill the wish of his teacher and master, the Messenger of Allah alayhi salam, he recited from Surah An-Nisa, in which Allah Azza wa Jal spoke about the Day of Judgment. How will things be when we bring you, O Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, as a witness over these people? That when we bring from every nation a shaheed, a witness, وَجِئْنَا بِكَ عَلَى هَؤُلَاءِ شَهِيدًا, and we bring you a witness upon them. Then Ibn Mas'ud, he looked up and he said, فَإِذَا عَيْنَا رَسُولِ اللَّهِ صَلَى اللَّهِ عَلَيْهِ وسلم, he says, the Messenger of Allah's eyes were wet. He was crying. And he says, حَسْبُكَ. He says, that's enough. So the hadith clearly proves that the Messenger of Allah ﷺ listened to the Qur'an and he benefited from the Qur'an. So listening to the Qur'an, reading the Qur'an, writing the Qur'an, reading the tafsir, what's important is that you get the fa'idah. You get the benefit from the Qur'an. And the purpose of the Qur'an is to learn, is to enjoy, is to benefit, is to reflect, is to think, to critically analyze it, and most importantly, translate it into deeds, to act upon the Qur'an. However you get that, that's the intended goal. The no part of the answer is that the Messenger of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam, he specifically mentioned reading. He specifically mentioned reading. Man qara'a harfan min kitabillah. The hadith of Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, the well-known narration, and the Jami' of Imam at-Tirmidhi, whom declared it to be authentic as well. The Messenger of Allah said, anyone who reads a letter from Allah's book will receive a hasana, a good deed. And every good deed has 10 sisters, 10 pairs, 10 similar good deeds. So the hadith clearly mentions, says, man qara'a. He says, he who reads. Okay? And there are other narrations with regards to the virtues of reciting the Qur'an, memorizing the Qur'an, and teaching the Qur'an. So it's a yes and a no answer. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala surely knows best.